Hi, my name is David P. Shapiro. I'm the owner and managing partner of the law office of David P. Shapiro, located in San Diego, California, where my firm helps good people regain control of their future when charged with a crime. And in this video, I want to talk to you about the decision that a lot of people make when accused of a crime, the decision of whether or not to go with the public defender's office representing them, or whether or not to hire a private criminal defense attorney or a private criminal defense law firm to represent them. And there are a few things to keep in mind. Let's start first with the public defender's office. There are a lot of firms out there that will, badmouth their local public defender's office and put up these graphic cartoons insulting them and all that stuff. You're not going to find that here. Public defender's office throughout the state of California, in state and federal court, and particularly in San Diego, where I am from and where my firm is located, are one of the best around. Okay? There are reasons why people go with the public defender's office, even if they might not really qualify, and they wind up getting a damn good free lawyer. Okay? On that note, one thing about the public defenders, they are real lawyers. They went to the same law schools, if not better law schools, than most private attorneys. They are attorneys in the state of California. They are just as much an attorney as anybody else. In many instances, they have actually more training and more experience than about 85 to 90% of private attorneys out there. And that's something you want to look at. Because a lot of people think, okay, any private attorney is going to be better than a public defender. Well, that's not true. And it's not true in a large majority of these cases. So you want to look at, if you are going to hire a private attorney, you're going to want to look at what their training, what their experience is, how that matches up to what you might get appointed to represent you, who you might get appointed to represent you to begin with. One reason why, people don't go with the public defender's office is their caseload. You hear a lot about how they're overworked and underpaid. And that's very well the case. These are attorneys who have a lot of cases, who have a lot of clients, and really have to ration out their time each day in court, outside of court, in their office, all that type of stuff. Jail visits, who they see, who they don't see, based on need, based on priority. So, something to keep in mind is, are you going to get the individualized attention that at least you should get if you expend resources on a private criminal defense law firm? We talked a little bit earlier about private criminal defense law firms. Well, not all of them are equal. Okay, there are good private criminal defense law firms, and there are absolutely horrendous criminal defense law firms out there. Just don't assume that someone's better than the public defender because they own or work at a private criminal defense law firm. You want to make sure, like we talked about with the public defenders, that they have that training, that they actually know what the law is, that they research, that they go to seminars, that they're involved in their community, both locally and at a state level, and they're up to date on the laws and the strategies and a way to properly defend somebody. A reason why people do, though, retain and go out there and get to, hire a private criminal defense law firm is because they get to pick the attorney, or at the very least, the law firm that represents them. You may get a public defender assigned to your case that may be fantastic. You may hit the lottery, and you may get someone who's absolutely terrible. And it may be very difficult for you to get off, or have the public defenders get off that case, and have someone else appointed. You hire a private defense firm, you do your research, you should know what you're going to get. You shouldn't be like, oh, I hope I get a good one. You should know that going in. Another benefit is, you have an opportunity to have that individualized attention. At least you should, right? If you're paying good money to get that individualized attention. So, you want to weigh all these factors. You want to weigh the experience. You want to weigh, what matters to you, right? Are you okay discussing your case in a courtroom? Are you okay discussing your case, in a hallway? Are you okay making quick decisions? Sometimes you might have to do that, even with private attorneys, and that's a damn shame. But you want to make sure that if you are going to hire a lawyer and either reject the appointment of the public defender's office or replace them, make sure the law firm or the attorney that you hire has similar experience, if not better, has similar reputation, if not better, has the resources, if not more, to be able to represent you the right way. Because otherwise what you wind up doing is you're doing yourself and possibly your case a disservice based on this myth that, all public defenders are bad and all public defenders are lazy. Certainly not the case. And certainly not the case here in San Diego. So if you have any questions at all about the difference between a private lawyer or a public defender, feel free to give my firm a call, 619-916-4265. And if we can't help you here in San Diego, we'll be sure to put you in contact with a reputable, experienced criminal defense attorney in your area of the state who can. 619-916-4265.